Good morning, Annette Ornelas here. I am showing you the Clue 2 for the Mystery Quilt Along today, and I've got some stuff set up right here. So we've been making these 4 patches, and I've been twirling the centers. I showed that in the last video, and now we're going to go to step 2, or Clue 2, and we have pre-folded some of these squares, folded them in half to make triangles. And those are going to be put on here right now. So here is my glue stick. I'm going to show you the easiest ways to use the glue stick. You just put a little dab of glue in the corners only. You don't glue up the whole thing because we're going to peel this back later for peeled back patchwork. So I'm going to push in the biggest corner, and then I'm going to make sure that they line up along the sides. And I use the next one and line it up here along those sides. There we go. And this is the other strip. And we're going to sew on top of that. And if you can see here before I sew it, these overlap, and that's a good thing. This is enough to give you your next seam allowance, so when we sew, we should kind of come to right here. But let me put a little feeder in there. This prevents things from being pulled into your feed dog system, which I have a single throat plate on, so a single stitch throat plate, I should say. And that one really doesn't allow all the fabrics to be pushed out under. But if you have one of those wider throat plates that has like a 9mm or 5mm opening, sometimes that happens. Especially when you have lots of layers of fabric, that especially when you have a dull needle, it kind of wants to push it down in there. So with a single stitch, it's easier, and also that little feeder helps a whole lot. So I'm going to start sewing here, make sure everything is lined up. And you always see me kind of feel what's going on here, because I can kind of feel where this comes together, and that helps me determine where to sew. Okay, so let's do another one. And we're going to glue a little bit of glue. And there's really nothing to worry about with how your colors are placed, because this is sort of a random thing. I know random is hard for some people, but it always works out in the end. So there's another strip on top. So 2.5-inch folded squares make 2.5-inch folded triangles, and that's a 2.5 by 4.5. There we go. And let me put another little feeder in there so I can snip it off behind that. Okay, so this is the clue, and what we're doing with our 3 colors that go together in one block, we're doing it to 2 of them, only 2, not 3, okay? And when you pull this over here, and I just finger press it, you can see how that works. So this is what we're doing, 2 and then 1 with nothing. So that's how I make little piles. I made another one here. I have 2 made and 1 with nothing. And that's how I would store all my pieces until you get your next clue. So have fun sewing along with the Mystery Quilt Along from Southwind Designs. And if you're interested in looking at some of my other stuff, it's on my website, southwindquilts.com, or check out my blog, Southwind Inspirations. And on the blog, you'll see the clues for the Mystery Quilt Along and the quilt along we did before, which was spinning wheels, which maybe if you haven't done it, you'd be interested in doing that also. I will see you in 2 days.